because I've thought about brownies more than anyone else alive. I think about brownies every day, and I think about how fudgy they should be and how chewy they should be, and I test batches side by side over and over and over again. So join me on this journey as we make brownies from scratch. So my brownies are super chocolatey, they're chewy, they have a glossy, crackly paper top. They're really intense. You need to sit down to eat these brownies. I use two kinds of chocolate, dark chocolate and cocoa powder. Because when you use cocoa powder, which is a powerful starch, you don't have to use as much flour. Only one of them tastes like chocolate. I like to bake in an aluminum cake pan because aluminum conducts heat quickly and effectively. In glass or ceramic, they're gonna bake a lot slower. In fact, they might even take twice as long. Now I'm going to line the pan with a little bit of aluminum. Just nestle it in, push it into the corners, and then fold it back. And this means later on you'll be able to easily lift the brownies out of the pan. It's the most satisfying part though. So for this recipe, we're gonna need 6 ounces of chopped dark chocolate. Definitely don't wanna use chips. A, they're not dark enough, and B, they're not good enough. This is a 77% dark chocolate. I would definitely recommend using anything dark in the 70% range. It's all chopped. I'm stirring and scraping right now just to make sure nothing burns along the bottom. So as the water cooks out, the butter's gonna hiss and pop. And when it starts to get really quiet, that's how you know you're almost done. So here's the 6 ounces of chocolate I chopped up earlier. Just gonna whisk it in. We're just sifting together Dutch cocoa powder and all-purpose flour. So part of the goal of sifting beyond just removing lumps is getting these two things combined very homogenously, which is really hard to do in a mixer in just a few seconds. I like to use a mix of white and brown sugar. The white sugar helps form that papery thin top crust, and the brown sugar adds a little bit of butterscotchy depth of flavor. Lots of vanilla, a whole dang tablespoon, and 6 large eggs, because we're making a lot of brownies. This mixture starts out as extremely goopy goop. It is not delicious looking in any way. I'm gonna whip this on medium-high to aerate the egg and sugar mixture. On a KitchenAid Pro, that's about 8. We're just gonna mix it. So I'm going to now reduce the speed and pour in the chocolate butter situation. After mixing in the flour and cocoa powder, I like to fold the batter just a couple times by hand. So we're just gonna scrape the batter into our prepared pan. When I say scrape the bowl, I mean business. Bake it. Boop. Okay, so the brownies are pretty cool. So I'm just gonna loosen them from the edges with this knife. Use a butter knife or a dinner knife for this, not a sharp, stabby knife, because you'll dull it. And then what I do is I take a little bit of foil on this side and just kind of lift it up, and then a little foil on this side. Then you can go like this. Ah. And now your brownies will cool faster because the hot pan is being removed. Oh, they're so great. Oh yeah. I mean, this is everything I want in a brownie. I don't know that everyone is gonna agree with me because some people don't like things that taste good. And get back to you.